What's up, SNA Assassinators? This is Super Ninja Austin back here with another video. And this is the movie news on March 9th for you all today. And we're going to be talking about stuff from the comedy movies to the action-packed movies. Here are the wildest and intriguing movie news and rumors that you assassinators need to know from the NBC News article. And we're gonna and it includes Broadway's Wicked welcomes its first full-time black elf El Elphaba, and we got Oscars 2025's ratings gets a boost from people watching on the phones and computers, and it says Bong Joon Ho on the Albertist humor of Mickey 17 and his bond with Robert Patterson and Adrian Brody breaks the world record for longest Oscar acceptance speech, and police to question the Crown actor over pro Palestinian rally, and plus much more. And make sure to give this a channel a subscribe and the post notification bell for more SNA videos, and subscribe over to my other channel at Super Ninja Austin if you haven't already. Now let's get into the first story, which is the Broadway's Wicked welcomes late Sia Kibidi, its first pioneering full-time black Elphaba, and it says Kibidi, like a first generation Eth, Eth, Ethiopian American from Los Angeles, spent 5 years touring with Hamilton, most recently in the role guess as of Angelica Schuyler, yeah, as Angelica Schuyler. And it says right here on New York, green tears uh, were flowing when Sia Kibidi made history this week on Broadway, becoming the first black actor to to uh, to assume as to assume the role of El El Faba full time in the Broadway company of Wicked. And it says right here, it's hard to even pinpoint a single emotion, because I feel that it changes every 5 minutes. That she told the Associated Press, still buzzing a day after her debut. And she added, I woke up and to still sort of felt in the world of Oz. And it says right here, Kabidi, a first generation Ethiopian American from Los Angeles. Yes, spent 5 years touring. I already read this. But defying gravity, Kibidi, had already gone through an emotional ringer by the time the certain finally came I came down like as she sings like the act like in one showstopper defying gravity, like shooting like into the air, and the power of the moment ripped through her, and she said, when the light went off, like at the end of the song, I start sobbing, like not like just like a gentle tears, but uh, fi- uh, vis, 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 viscerally, viscerally, like I had to release. Like, I really felt like I was flying in the in the simplest, way to it, like, and I felt like I'm, doing, it, like, myself through, though, like, my, own power, like, my vocal power, like, my emotional, like, power, the power of all of my African ancestors. Excuse me for a moment. Hope, hopefully that worked out for you. You're welcome. Anyways, assassinators, it like she continued, like if I'm flying solo, like at least I'm flying free to those who ground me. Like take a message back from me. Tell them how I am defying gravity. While she's saying, like, and everyone like deserves a chance to fly. I She added, and I'm projecting this message like that. No matter who you are, like what you look like where you came from, you deserve like liberation, like, and you deserve empowerment, like in the way that she in the way that the character feels in that moment. I just feel it just it just feels like I'm taking the entire audience in my arms. Like thank goodness it was intermission. Like I needed to regroup. Like she's while laughing. Like my makeup artist was like, just let it out. Like just cry and then we can clean it up. And who was watching Kabidi's Wicked debut, and very interesting questions in the audience. Like, were some like 60 family and friends, like her mom, her aunt, her uncle, her mom, her aunts, and her uncles, her many cousins, her boyfriend, like pals from other shows, like her agent, like and like casting directors, like even like her college college choir director, like she uh she mentioned my whole family was in the audience, like just like everyone like who I've ever loved, like with everyone who has loved me, like and supported me like through my life, is just like under me, lifting me and holding me. Like it was just so important, like to me, like to have people there, like that I could share like this moment with. So like I could say like to their faces, I couldn't be here like without a piece of your heart that you gave me. A sisterhood of 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 a fabulous of a fab a sisterhood of Fabas, like the popularity, yeah, of the Cynthia Er, Erivo led movie hasn't dampened the the appetite for the Broadway version, which opened in 2003 with songs uh, by Stefan Swartz, and a book by Winnie Holzman. Like over Christmas, it took in a staggering $5 million over 9 performances, making the highest weekly gross in history for any Broadway show. Kabiti joins a sisterhood of green clad black women who have played Faba, a list that includes what they say con Singbla, Singbla and Lily Cooper, both Broadway standbys, Brandy Chavone, Massey's, yeah, Brandy Chavone Massey's. I mean, I hope, but I wonder if she's related to that Kyle guy that's an actor as well. But anyways, like a and a in a Broadway understudy and Alexia Cadam, a full time West End of uh, Elphaba, like in others who have played the role over the years include Sa- Shashana Shoshana Shoshana Bean, Stephanie J. Block, Jessica Vosk, like Eden Eden Espinosa, Anna Gas, Gastayer, and of course in Idina Menzel, who won a Tony Award in the role in 2004. A career takes a turn. Kabidi uh, graduated from uh, Austin 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 Occident, Dental College, Occidental College in 2016, like in with a double major of the diplomacy and world affairs and politics intending on a career in law or public policy by her senior year she had in itch she needed to scratch and she continued. I just had this creative craving, in terms of storytelling and the the theater, the theater, theater, the the theatrical, the theatric, the theatrical way, that I was missing. So I sat my mother down and I was like, "Look, I think I need just a couple years to explore this creative endeavor." Her first professional job was a production of Memphis, at Musical Theater West, and then a stint to- at Tokyo Disney, like in touring, like in Rent, in addition in addition to years like on the road with Hamilton, like Kabidi, like also sang beyond, like for Beyonce, like during her Coachella rehearsals. And it says right here, the righteous, like nature of touring, like I think like preparing like me like in mentally, for this, like I do feel very equipped, like physically, like vocally, like emotionally. I feel like I know how to take care of my body and my mind, how I need to cool down emotionally after such an intense like experience, like for 3 hours, a magical night, like on debut night. Kabidi like tried to keep a set of mental screenshots, like a reel of faces and feelings, like as she turned to get backstage, like she was feeling like the love, like my grandmother and my father like passed I when I was in high school, like, and I just took a moment to connect with my angels, like it was, oh God, it was electric. Like, and it says right here, my like family came backstage like after the show for photos, and I toured, like she was toasted like at a nearby bar by friends, like she finally ate like something and then got home to try to sleep. My battery was dead. I mean, like, I couldn't even move. I couldn't move my face. I was just drinking my tea, playing calming jazz. Like I had to just turn it off, and then like she had to do it like all over again the next night. But what are your thoughts onto this uh, Lincia Kabidi girl, like being the first African American, or no, well, they said like actually first black, was it, the first black, yeah, Ethiopian, the black Ethiopian, what's it, uh, black Ethiopian American, even, what's it called, first ever, what's her name, Al Al Fas Alfasba Alfaba, yeah, Alfaba of onto the Broadway Wicked, yeah. And I apologize in advance, like for the delay. But let me know down in the comment section right down below. But moving on to the next slide, we got Oscars 2025's ratings get a boost, like from people watching on their phones and computers, and it's about nine, 19.7 million people watched the 97th annual Academy Awards, a 5-year high, according to Disney. And Adrian uh, Adrian Brody, Mikey Madison, Zoe Saldana, like and Kieran Culkin, like after winning Oscars on Sunday. The 97th Academy Awards drew about 19.7 million viewers, like making like a 5-year high in total viewers, like and rating like among adults age of 18 to 49, according to Disney. And it says right here, like Nielsen, like which tallies like ratings in initially like reported that about 18.1 million people had tuned into like this year's ABC's telecast, which would have like indicated like a 7% dip from the from the 19.5 million people uh, uh, who tuned in last year. And it says right here, like, however, by Tuesday, like the numbers were calculated, like to included like the dramatic like growth with younger viewers from mobile and PC uh, million viewers like that were watching on digital devices. Oh, I forgot to tell you, I'll say congratulations to Miss Kabidi for being the first ever, yeah, black actress to get that role of Alphaba, yeah. And hopefully that we see more of these record-breaking moments and opportunities in the foreseeable future, which something tells me this is just the beginning. Well, it's just beginning for anything like in that relations into the world of entertainment into that way. Like, yeah, like, and hopefully that, yeah, and you could see like a certain familiar face could get a first ever opportunity of something as well, but that'll be a different story for a different day. But Sunday's ceremony, like led by former late night host uh, uh, Co- uh, Conan O'Brien, yeah, like packed like plenty of star power, like with a wicked performance, like from Oscar nominee Ariana Grande and Cynthia Ervo, in a musical tribute, like to the late Quincy Jones and from Queen Latifah. The film Academy slated like an earlier start like from for the show like 7 p.m. Eastern with the goal of having it wrap up like by around 10 p.m. 10:30 p.m. Eastern, and it says right here, like O'Brien, like I had even poked like fun like about the Oscars is always running late after delivering his mono, monologue singing with him saying, I won't waste time." Like in but like the show ended up lasting nearly like 4 hours, ending like closer to 11 p.m. Eastern. And it says right here, this year was marked like the first time the ceremony was simulcastingly simultaneously like available to stream like while airing live, like with some viewers reported like experiencing technical difficulties while trying to stream moments like before the final awards like were announced. Like some like viewers like online shared like images of their screens like which showed the message like this live event like has now like ended. Like and earlier, like in the evening, like some like had also said like they encountered like issues like yeah when they tried to log in like to Hulu on the Hulu app like in response like to the initial glitch like a representative like for Disney apologized like for the inconvenience like and said it identified the issue and impacted users should be able to log back in soon. What are your thoughts on to this technical difficulties on this simulcasted like Oscars award, which is the first ever to do so? And it seems like that's the case of every for every streaming service. If they have a very popular show or some kind of an Academy Award, like for an example, like or even like a sporting event, like even on football, like the NFL, like they starting like if they do Sunday Night Football, they don't just do it on NBC, but they also do it on Peacock. And like even WWE did it with Saturday night's main event. Like for another example, like it was on NBC and on Peacock, and even their competition AEW. They have their shows on both. Like Dynamite this year, they have it on both TNT and TBS. Dynamite and Collision, like on these channels, like and also simulcast on Max, the streaming service. Which that's very crazy that they're doing these type of things these days. Like they still have it on the channels on TV, but at the same time, like it's also streaming as well. But but what are your thoughts on to this, and what are your thoughts on to this latest Oscar being the case? And with some, and were you some of those assassinators that was having technical difficulties of watching the Oscars? And the funny thing is, I'm talking about this, and I haven't even watched the Oscars. I'm just reading what it's been saying on the news. Like and that's funny. Like, and that's normally I would be watching the Oscars. Like my parents would like to watch it every single year. Like I'm seeing which movies got the award of the year or the best like the best designs or the best performances or the best actors on that specific movie award, like whatever that the case is, like on the Oscars, that whoever that got nominated, whether it's the actors, actresses, the movies, the designs from the movies, like they always talk about like here on this Academy Awards. And I wonder what I talked about last week about like which at the Academy Awards, and I did say I would have made a review on it if I watched it. But it looks like probably gonna have to wait another year before that even happens. But yeah, again, let me know down in the comment section right down below what your take on to this matter about this what I just read. Like, and let me know in the comments below like how what was your opinion about the Oscars, and do you think it was the best one that you watched in years, or like it wasn't any other Oscars like that could have just came on at any year, like for it to be like out of the ordinary and out of the randomness. But next up, we got Bon Joon Ho, like on Mickey 17, like nailing a outbursted humor in English and Robert Patterson Bond. The Parasite director said getting his a big break in his 50s like means he stays true to who he is and won't suddenly change my values, he quoted. And uh and director Bong Joon, I meant to say Bong Joon Ho, like is out with a new sci-fi film, which was Mickey 17, showcasing his signature blend like of drama and ab- absurd absurd absurdity absurdist comedy. It said he stated like directed like a written by Bong, like the film is an ab- adopt adaptation like of Edward Ashton's novel Mickey 7, like it says, and stars like Robert Patterson, like as expendable as an expendable a worker who takes a potential fatal assignments like during like an expedition like to a new planet with the expectation like of being cloned if he dies. Like 6 years after like the global success like of Parasite, like and for Oscar wins, like the new movie is true to Bong's style, like as it blends political co- uh, commentary, satire, like and the grandeur like of a space epic. Like the Korean director like said like this requires like a delicate balance like of tone, like, and this is what he explains like on the matter. Like I believe that when the subject like matter like is is serious like of of solemn, like if it isn't like laced with humor like a sauce, I just can't stand it. Like that he told NBC News in Korean languages, of course, like sprinklings of salt and red pepper flakes, like on a good meal. Like I absolutely like need humor, like in order like to make a movie, like Bong said creating an English language film presented a challenge when it came to injecting like his absurdist comedy, like regardless language. He stated, "I'm much more like comfortable shooting in Korean, like if if an actor like suddenly does something like odd on set, like I can immediately like adjust like or throw like in a new idea. But doing this in English isn't nearly like as easy. It's like I do everything perfectly, but like when I remember like of my crew like burst my crew burst out like laughing, like, and I don't hear like what made them laugh, I get somewhat upset. He said he said cast and crew like are crucial like in helping like him create film in native in non-native language. And it says I make it a point to work like with actors who can handle to role like those those who have a strong sense of humor, like, and it says right here, and like understand the now the now the nuances, like like in this film. I believe actors like Robert Patterson, like in Mark Ruffalo, like Tony Collette, like and Stephen Yeun, like are all great examples like of that nuance. Like without like their help, the humor wouldn't come together. I'm fortunate a, to excellent to excellent to have excellent people around me, like the inter the interpreter, like Sharon, like of of uh Choi, like and a billing like girl, like of assistant director. Like there's also a duo Choi, like a Korean American producer who speaks Korean and like extremely well. Like having like such people around me on set is in a is in valuable. Like I rely on them like completely during production. Like Bong shared his admiration like for Patterson, who has says like picked up on the Korean culture quickly during their press tour. And he added, like, I wonder like where Patterson like learned the figure heart, like and because like Rob really like seems to enjoy like these kinds of things. Like he's like could at it. Like maybe like someone in Korea like taught him that this is like what you should do when you go there. But I never told him to do it. Even like at the Berlin Film Festival, like after the screening in Germany, like when everyone like was clapping like and cheering, I looked like over like and saw Rob like saying to me like let's do the heart, and so I did it like too, like especially since a re-owned actor also like wanted it. Like it's just so cute. I guess like it's really fun despite the massive success like of Parasite, which earned over $250 million worldwide and won like four Oscars. Like he was unfazed by uh by outside pressure. Like now I am 55 years old. Like so past the I am past like the age like where like I might get carried away, like overly excited, or suddenly like change my values. Like takes Quentin Toronto. Uh, Tino, Tarantino, like he earned an awards like at Canes, like Oscar, like with Pulp fi- uh, Fiction, Fiction, like and his film became like an internationally like acclaimed like independent like hit. Like but his big breakthrough like happened like when he was around 31. I experienced such things in my 50s, like so. It didn't really like shake my usual way of working. Like I just like kept doing what I always done. Like I'm just a film director. a filmmaker with a desire to make films like that are like a bit unique. Like I hope I continue to do interesting, unique, and distinctive work. Like, and it says right here, like without any pressure to be a trendsetter. But what are your thoughts on to Bong Joon's whole uh, revelation of making such film hits, like and even ones that have English speaking, like thanks to his fellow directors, like to that can translate for him, like what exactly what it says in English, like what in his native Korean and English, like of course, and stuff like that. Like, and what are your reactions to this? Like, and what other hit that he will make, like after making the likes of Mickey 17 and Pulp, what's the other one? Pulp, Parasite, yeah, Mickey 17, Parasite, and other what's the other movie? I totally forget. Like, but yeah, but let me know down in the comment section right down below what other movies that you think he'll be directing next, like in his ventures still, despite at the age of 55 years old, which that shows some pure dedication. Like age does not have anything to do with your desires or what you want to do in life. If you have a dream, even if you think it's over, don't think that. Like, why? Like God still lets you live in this earth for a good reason, and that is to achieve your dreams. And it doesn't matter what everybody else thinks that make fun of you saying like it's too late now and blah blah blah. Like, well, like that's your opinion. Like, where you think about like when it comes to that age, like just like I've been told by plenty of friends, like they say like yeah, you shouldn't limit it on what you can or cannot do just because your age. Like age is nothing but a number. And I am going to take that advice easily, even though I'm still in my early 20s, but still, like, I still have dreams in life that, I mean, I got plenty of years of doing, but, yeah, like, but still, like, I would still do this even at this age, like Mr. Bong Joon Ho, like, be at this age, I'll still be working my careers even at an older age, like, even though, like, I'm like in the senior part of an adulthood, I guess you could say, like just a decade near of being like a senior citizen, but I'll still be a citizen that that's just an older one, like just the middle age. So yeah, like that just shows that you shouldn't let anybody like think that they can know like that you can or cannot do like because there's no limits on things that you can do in life. But let's move on to the next slide. Let's talk about Adrian Brody, like breaks the world record of for longest uh, Oscar appearance speech, and with his 5 minutes, like in 36-second Oscar speech, like Brody has become the new uh, he's been the new Guinness World Records like holder as the longest to do so. And it says Adrian Brody, who in 2003 became the youngest person to collect a Best Actor Oscar, broke another record while accepting second stat his second statuette like Sunday. Like the actor who won his role, like in Brady Corbett's the Brutalist, like spoke on stage like for live for 5 minutes and 36 seconds, like like making the longest appearance speech like in Academy history in the Guinness World Records, confirmed on Tuesday. And it says right here, the British actor greet like a uh, a a a Garson previously like held the title according to the yeah, Greer Garson like previously held the title of the according to the Guinness World Records. She gave like an appearance speech like lasting 5 minutes and 30 seconds, 5 minutes and a half, even to be on the dot. Like, and during the 1943 Oscars, after winning the for her appearances, like in Miss in Mrs. Min Min Miniver, yeah, Miniver, yeah, Miniver, I guess Miniver. The Oscars like were not televised. Like at the time, like the ceremony was first televised in 1953. 10 years, 10 years after that. Yeah, according to the Academy like of Motion Picture like Arts and and it says and sciences like it says that the Academy Award does not publicly share an official cutoff like time like for speeches. Like a spokesperson like for the Academy told NBC News that the length of appearances speech like is not a statistic. Like the Academy tracks like typically, however, like Oscars winners like are given like about 45 seconds to speak before a signature swell like of music like begins like to play like and uh and encouraging like them like to wrap up and make their way off the stage. But when the music like start playing during Brody's speech, it appeared he had no intentions of letting it drown out like his celebration. And this is what he said during the speech. Like, I'm wrapping up. Like, I will wrap up. Turn the music off. Like, I done this before. Like, I while the this is what he said. Like while the music was beginning to play during his speech, like thank you. Like it's not my first rodeo, but I will do brief. I will not like be uh, in grace in Greg and Gregius, like I promise this wasn't the first time Brody went into overtime during an appearance speech. And it says right here that like while accepting like the best actor award for his performance on the pianist like in 2003, like Brody like responded to an traditional music cutoff by saying like 1 second please, like 1 second, cut it out. Like I got one shot at this. Like I didn't say more than five names. I don't think the awards season, like the actors peers like have also like poked fun at him like for his tendency like to get over like the allotted like speech time. And it says right here and Kier and Kier and Kier and Kieran Culkin, who took home the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor Sunday for his performance in a real pain, like had nodded like to Brody's tendency like during his own his acceptance speech at the Screen Actors Guide Awards, like on February 23rd. It says that as Culkin accepted like the award for outstanding performance by a male actor in a supporting role, he joked about the weight of the award, saying, "Thank you for this incredibly heavy award." Like, I don't think there's any way anyone can hold this for 45 seconds, like, which is the allotted like time. Like Adrian Brody, like 45 seconds, like in the cameras cut to Brody like in the crowd like who was laughing and smiling at the quip. Like on Sunday, Brody used his acceptance speech as an opportunity to recognize the 2 decades gap like in his academy success, calling acting a fragile profession. Like one thing I've gained, like yeah, having the privilege, like to come back here, is to have some perspective, like, and no matter where you are, like in your career, no matter what you've accomplished, like it can all go away. Like I think like what makes this night like most special is the awareness like of that like and the gratitude like that I have to still do like the work that I love. The Brutal is like a sweeping like epic like about a fictional Hungarian uh Jewish like art architect who attempts to rebuild his life like in the United States after World War II, like took home 3 Oscars. But what are your thoughts on Mr. Adrian Brody's longest speech ever, like according to the Guinness World Records? Like, and do you think anybody could beat this? Can somebody could beat the 5 minute and 6 second mark? Where that sounds like that sounds like an award that he should accomplish as well. Like hopefully he's getting compensated for that, like with an award trophy and getting paid like a like at least like a very particular minimum amount of compensation, even though he's probably very wealthy. But even very wealthy people need some a little bit of extra cash shows, like as much as like some of us minimum wage like middle class people do too. But anyways, yeah, like but yeah, like I want to say a huge congratulations to him, like for the award and for him being at the being in the movie business for over 20 years, and also being the longest speech maker, I guess you could say, in the last week's Oscars as well. But let me know in the comments down below either way. But let's move on to the next slide. And we got police to question the crown like actor over pro Palestinian like rally, and it says it remains to be seen if this will result like in charges like said Khaled Ab Abdallah, and it said who also starred in United '93 and the Day of the Jackal. London, the British actor who played Princess Diana's love interest in the Netflix series The Crown, said he had been summoned uh, summoned for questions or questioning. I mean, summoned for questioning by police after he attended a Palestinian rally in central London. Like Cal- Khalid Abdallah, who played Dottie Fade, in the popular show, said in a statement posted on his social media channels, that London's metrop metropolitan metrop metropolitan police service has sent had sent him a letter requesting he attend a formal interview in relations to the Palestinian solidarity campaign protest on June 18th. I mean, not June, January 18th. I apologize, assassinators. And it says right here, if it remains to be seen. Oh no, why I just said that for? Abdallah was among tens of thousands of people who attended the demonstration which was held the day after Israel and Hamas agreed to a uh, a ceasefire deal to pause the war in the Gaza Strip, which has claimed the lives of more than 48,000 people, according to health officials, in the Palestinian enclave Israel launched its military campaign after the Hamas terrorist attack of October 7, 2023, which killed 1,200 people and saw around 250 taken hostage. Like in and according to is Israeli Israeli officials the metropolitan police confirmed to NBC News via email that it had arrested 77 people on suspicion of breaching protest conditions after some of them broke through a police line that day. It added that 21 people had been charged so far. As part as part of the ongoing investigation, the force said it had invited a further 8 people to interview under caution at the police station. A risk Police typically do not confirm the identity of anyone under investigation. Abdallah, 44, has attended several pro Palestine Palestinian rallies like in the like past like and has publicly called for a permanent ceasefire like in the Gaza Strip, like addressing like the crowds like at the January 18th rally. Like Abdallah said, tomorrow, phase one of this ceasefire begins. It remains to be seen if the ceasefire will hold, or if the bloodshed since it was announced like of angers what it will become. And it says right here in February, like he was one of the signatories to an open letter written to the BBC by the advo- the advo- the advocacy like group like an artist for Palestine U uh Palestine UK, which is the United Kingdom, Palestine United Kingdom, which criticized like the broadcaster for pulling a documentary on Gaza's children in the Palestine coalition Palestine the the ad, the ad the ad the activist group that organized the rally can, condemned the letter spent sent to Abdallah in a statement issued Monday, accusing police of carrying out in apparently core uh, co co coordinated attack against the Palestine solidarity movement. The force it said was endeavoring to halt public protests on the issue through harassment of those involved in the moment, and through increasingly the drastic of restrictions on demonstrations. And what are your thoughts on to this on to the what's your thoughts on this news story? And do you think that Khalid Abdallah is involved into this little ceasefire pro pro Palestinian which is which I'm not sure how to explain it because yeah, I never heard of this in Europe, but I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna ask you. Let me know in the comment section right down below about this. And do you think he's guilty on this, or do you think he's innocent? Let me know down in the comment section right down below. For those fans out there that know anything about this actor, do you think he's involved in any of this activities, or what's your case onto this matter? Let me know in the comment section right down below. But next up, we're gonna end today's movie news with some very ultimately extremely intriguing news as how a 5 million fix turned Paramount Pictures Sonic into a billion-dollar franchise. The filmmakers were blindsided by audiences reactions to the first trailer, but they were were res- were so resolute like in trying to resolve like the issue rather than shelve like the film like or release like it in its current form. Sonic the Hedgehog like may be able like to run faster than the speed of light, but his film franchise nearly came like to a screaming halt in 2019. Like a less than 3 minutes trailer like released early that year to tease like the film's release which was just 6 months away was widely panned by fans who took to social media to rail against Paramount's character design of dubbed ugly Sonic, which that was just like an advertisement which they did a pretty good job in the movie, like to make his character look exactly like something that you would watch on this animation on the animation series version of him. But anyways, the blue creature that appeared on the film was far cry from the iconic video game Speedster. And in cinematic Sonic version, like number one, had more realistic facial features, in including human teeth, and his body proportions were deemed inconsistent with the character fans grew up with in the 90s. The trailer goes out and I thought it become the most viewed trailer in the history to Paramount Pictures, which is amazing, said Tony Ash, Ascher, who acquired the rights to Sonic and produced the film franchise. The only problem was that 90% of people hated the trailer because of the design of Sonic. And I remember my sister even saw the what's it called saw the what's that called the trailer on in the beginning of that year in 2019 on YouTube. She even showed it to me. I'm like, what? They're making a movie out of Sonic? And because yeah, she knew that I was a huge Sonic fan, and yeah, she showed that, and yeah, and she showed who's gonna be in the movie, which we got some recognizable names. But anyways, we got but yeah, and I remember even a fellow animation YouTuber at the time, that still watches videos to this day, even pointed out that everybody thought that Sonic was gonna look like the most ugliest, which it turns out this was only just the beginning that they made the animation and they were just showing the preview of it, just one of the previews until they show the actual ones, with the movies of the scenes. Which that was probably a good test to show what would be the fans' reaction if they did so, which don't get me wrong, it would have been a disappointment of the graphics perspectives, but they did a really good job. They nailed it and they aced it all the way, 100 billion%. But anyways, but this is what Astor added onto the interview. All of this of a sudden, we went from trying really, really hard to make a really, really faithful video game, adaptation, to being next, in line of the people who had ruined video games for everyone. It just was a disaster of epic proportions. The studios pivoted, like opting like to redesign like the title character, like and push the film's release back 3 months, like to February 2020. Like the fix, like cost about it cost Paramount about around $5 million, but it resulted like in a franchise that has generated nearly $1.2 billion. Like at the global box office, like the studio hopes to build like on the momentum, like with a fourth installment like in the film, like with the franchise set to debut the fourth sequel in 2027, which I would thought it would come out next year because they like to do it every 2 years. It sounds like the Fast and Furious movie franchise, but but it's also similar to like when Fast and the Furious made their third movie, like which it was the Tokyo Drift one, like which it didn't really make sense. Like it didn't even have storylines of any of the characters on the Fast and the Furious movie, other than like with the Asian guy that's like becomes the friends of the I'll say the of the friend group on the Fast and Furious movie franchise, like along with Dominic Toretto. I forget. Yeah, I'm trying to think what his name is. I totally forgot the guy's name that like since he was on the third one, he was on the fourth and the fifth, and like until they killed him off on the seventh one, and then they brought him back on the ninth one, something like that. Yeah, but it kind of reminds me of that, like if you ask me, like with Vin Diesel coming at the end of the third Tokyo Drift movie, like but that's the only one that came out for the 3 years after the sequel of the Fast and Furious came out. The first sequel, yeah, the sequel like which is the second one, and then we got the third one coming out, and then the fourth one came out 3 years after that in 2009. Was that the only one that had the oddest gap onto the every 2 year mark? Until like 20, they did it again, but it was like 4 years until they made the next sequel. From the seventh one, they came out. I mean, the eighth one came. Oh no, it was the eighth one that came out 2017, and then they made the ninth one in 2021, or they released it at least on that at that time. Anyways, the Sonic franchise owes its box office success of and longevity like to a monumental decision early, like in the development, the development like of the first films, like marketing campaign said Paul dear Garab Bidian, like senior media analyst, like at ComScore, at a redesign of a main character is no small thing. These like decisions can make like or break like what is every studio's like dream like of having a single film turn into a long-term revenue generating like franchise the return like on investment by turning like an ugly Sonic into a beautiful revenue revenue. I should say revenue. What I'm talking about revenue. I meant to say yeah, a Sonic that turned to an ugly Sonic to a beautiful revenue. Like generating like franchise is undeniable. Like bringing like Sonic to the big screen, like Asher like first acquired like the rights to Sonic the Hedgehog in 2013 at a time in Hollywood when video games inspired like films like had like failed to resonate like with audiences when like in And this is what he told CNBC, like on the matter, saying that when we first started working on Sonic, the Sonic making a video game adaptation was a really bad idea. No film based on a video game property had to at that point manage to earn a a positive rating from uh from review of of ag, aggreg, aggregator aggregator aggr, aggregator Rotten Tomatoes. It wasn't until 2019 that a video game based from film generated a fresh rating on the site. It says indicating more than 60% positive reviews. And this is what he added. I I don't think anyone in town really thought making a Sonic the Hedge Sonic movie was a good idea. Astor said but I think our strategy was that we had grown up with these video games. We've grown up with these characters and we wanted to treat them like any other character and we wanted to give them real emotional what the arcs and really emotional stories where you could relate to them like like Astor noted that previous video game adaptations typically focused on world building rather than character development. And he added, "What we've been able to do, inject into the franchise, heart, and I think that's what's made it different. Like I said, Neil Moritz, Astor's producing partner, let me rephrase that. It's his producing partner, not him himself, but and producers of franchises the Fast and the Furious, and 21 Jump Street, both are Astor, both Astor and Moritz noted that while the filmmaking team behind the first Sonic the Hedgehog film overhauled the main character's design, the story remained pretty much the same, like like and it and and they continue, we really screwed up. The filmmaking team was blindsided by audiences reactions into the first trailer, but were resolute in trying to resolve the issue rather than shelve the film or release it in its current form. Moritz said he made an impassioned speech to the heads of Paramount and Sega to allow the filmmakers to fix the mistakes, as more as Moritz recalls. He told executives that we really screw up here, but there's any incredible amount of interest, and like what we need to do is fix it. Like we need some more money, and we need some more time. If you give that to us, I think we could uh, turn things around. Like I give both Paramount and Sega a lot of credit, like he said, and they say okay. And what's your thoughts on this? This very impressive, life changing fix, fixed profit that the Sonic the Hedgehog movie franchise has made. Let me know down in the comment section right down below what your opinions and what the producers' opinions about the fix. And yeah, I guess this will be it for today. Assassinators of the wildest and intriguing movie news and rumors that you assassinators need to know. Which, yeah, you already guessed. My favorite one is definitely this, like with the Sonic's improvement, like with them, like trying to have like decades with filmmakers for decades are trying to make video game movies like these and Super Mario Brothers and stuff, which they were unsuccessful at first. But now it seems like these filmmakers that finally did make Super Mario Brother movie and the Sonic the Hedgehog, they did A+ job. I'll say, and I remember watching the first Super Mario Brother movie back in 2023 with my family, which we had a great time. Like even my older nephew, like which he was like 2 going on 3 at the time, was very excited to watch Mario in them because he always he always plays Mario Bros. Video games with his uncle right here, of course. Yeah, SNA, of course. But yeah, and I cannot wait for next year for the sequel to come out, which I wish it could have come out this year. Like just like any other sequel movies, like Fast and the Furious and the Mario and the Sonic movies that they come out like 2 years after they just came up with the first one. But yeah, it is what it is. So I'm not gonna complain as long as it's gonna come out with a sequel and they're gonna guarantee it's gonna come out in that specific year. I don't have a problem with it. But I hope y'all enjoyed this movie news video, and I will promise I'm gonna make another one next week. And I hope you enjoyed it. And if so, please give it a like and considering hit the subscribe and the post notification bell for more of SNA videos. Also, if you haven't already, please check out my other channel at Super Ninja Austin, where I'm going to be making my wrestling videos tomorrow, which is going to be the wrestling news, where I'll be talking about starting off with the wrestling news on tomorrow afternoon, where I talk about the wildest and intriguing wrestling news stories and rumors that you assassinators need to know, which will be on I believe, the Fightful Select article, along with Monday Night Raw exclusively on Netflix, like which it has been for the last 2 months. No, 2 months, I'm right, since January. And we're gonna be talking about the steel cage match, which is gonna feature CM Punk taking on Seth Rollins in that match. And who do you think is gonna escape that the very risky and dangerous structure, which is the steel cage, of course. Let me know about that in the comments below. And speaking of wrestling, I'm not sure if I will be making a revolution for those SNA Assassinator wrestling fans out there. In case if you're gonna wonder about that, because AEW Revolution is just a bit too, I'll say, expensive at the moment, and unfortunately, this pay-per-view will not be on Max. So you have to either watch it on Triller TV or on what's that called, or Prime Video, which you have to pay a very small fee, like they would call it, but it's actually a large for us minimum people that only have a minimum amount of funds, which is $49.99. I'll say if it was like my early years, I would say definitely, but unfortunately, I'm not having the budget at the moment to get the 10 to be one of the what they call the streaming spectator. Unfortunately, I won't be what's that streaming spectator to do that this year because due to that particular reason. And I hope you assassinators have a awesome and satisfying Sunday, I guess you could say, and a very and a very and a very safe one as well, like along with it being a very fun one. And I'll see you next time with some more SNA content. Until we meet again, Super Ninja Austin out of here. Bye bye, my assassinators. Y'all take care and a phenomenal weekend for the rest of your day. And like in case if I won't see you tomorrow, like which I will be seeing some of y'all. Like this Thursday I will continue my animation news, which I'll be talking about from I'll say animation series to typical animation series to anime. I'm gonna be going on talking about the wildest and intriguing animation news and rumors that you assassinators need to know from the Cartoon Brood article. So yeah, stay tuned for that. Like this Thursday, but I. But yeah, that will be it for today. But for those that are going to be watching my wrestling news, I'll see you tomorrow. And yeah, and thank you for watching this video. I totally appreciate it. And I hope that we continue to still do this like in the foreseeable future. But bye for now.